The Sean Wood Show is brought to you by Jack Rowe Insurance, serving all your insurance needs. The Citizens Bank, Moorhead's only locally owned bank. Richard White Wood Products, a premier exporter of Kentucky hardwoods. Lakeside Christian Academy in Moorhead, educating for eternity. Visit us online at lakesidechristianacademy.org. Standifer Builders, commercial and residential paving in West Liberty. Larry Fannin Chevrolet Buick GMC. U.S. Bank, all of us serving you. The Ira Kilburn Law Office. Commercial Bank of West Liberty, a source of strength in our community for more than 100 years. Northcutt & Son Home for Funerals, serving others as we would like to be served since 1976. And J.W. Wood and Quality Staves in Wallingford, proud to be part of Eagle Nation.
Hi, everyone, and welcome into this Blizzard 2016 edition of the Sean Wood Show from the campus of Moorhead State University, and today from the Academic Athletic Center, the court here at Johnson Arena. And Sean, my goodness, the weather has been something else. According to where you are, Central Eastern Kentucky, 12, 15, 18 inches, upwards to 20 inches of snow in deep eastern Kentucky, and it's played havoc with your schedule.
Well, it has, David, and this is the second game this season that we've had to postpone to another date. Earlier, we couldn't get out to Eastern Washington, and now we're going to repay them a game next year or the year after. But this is a conference game that we couldn't play today as we sit here on Saturday afternoon. We're supposed to play at noon, but we're going to play it today, which we're playing right now as this show is being aired here on Sunday. But you know, I think it was the best thing to do, especially for our fans to be able to come out in a state of emergency, and if somebody wanted to really come out and watch us play and got hurt, you know, it wouldn't look too good. And also, you know, we don't want that to happen either. So, but we want everybody who's able to come to our basketball game to be able to, and that's the main reason that this is happening. Mayor Trent actually called Brian Hutchinson and the president and asked, you know, if they could really postpone it for safety purposes, and I thought it was the best thing to do.
Well, priorities are what they are. Safety first.
No doubt.
And when it comes to our fans, that's what you want.
Exactly. And, you know, the students can walk here, but everybody else, you know, have to drive, and the roads are very, very hazardous right now, and we can't afford that.
Well, stay with us. When we come back, we'll head to the MSU locker room and also have highlights of the Eagles' big win over Tennessee Tech here at Johnson Arena. That's next on The Sean Wood Show.
Keys, fellas. Offensively, attack and transition. That's got to be our main bread and butter. Okay, we got to be nipping at the bit to get a rebound or a steal to get off to the races. Everybody understand that? Yes, okay, so defense has got to be tight. Deserve, okay, to get an opportunity to go put fast break on the other end. Does everybody understand that? Yes, sir. We got to deserve it. How do you deserve it? By playing good and getting stops, being right there on the catch. All right, making number 12 take tough shots over us. Jabbing, make him take a tough shot. We get him back on the shooter. That's keeping us from our destiny right there, fellas. That's keeping us from our destiny right there. Does everybody understand that?
Yes, sir.
Huh? That's got to get better. Okay? That get better with what we got. Okay? Can't nobody beat us. We beat ourselves. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Huh? Besides probably Pitt and IU, we gave them away because we weren't disciplined enough for 40 minutes. Okay? Does everybody understand that? Yes, it's got to be consistent now, starting tonight. Let's get our mojo back. Let's get our mojo back. Let's go.
Sean, it was a grown man's game Thursday night.
Oh, no doubt about it. We knew that we were going to be in for a very physical game because Tennessee Tech has been playing very, very well. And they got a big-time point guard, but they're very good on the inside, and we really had to pose our will. And I told our guys, I challenged them and said, look, whoever wins the battle inside is going to win this game. And our guys stepped up to the challenge and played, and especially with Anthony Alici.
What a fantastic game from Xavier Moon.
Well, you know what? When he gets going, he's very hard to stop because he can score in a variety of ways, and he's a shot maker. And, you know, he's in a great rhythm. There's Marico Marrero hitting a high post shot right there. which gave him a lot of confidence. Unfortunate he's, got in foul trouble, but the good thing is Lionel Gaines came in and gave us something off the bench with something that we've been waiting for about 6 or 7 games. The freshman's coming along. Malik Maitland is really coming along and is allowing us to give Corbin some rest here lately. But here's Ronnie Beeman doing what Ronnie Beeman does. He's very good at getting out on the break and finishing at the rim. So we played the way we were supposed to play. We made a couple mistakes here and there, but for the most part, we were solid and we did all the right things to win the basketball game.
Sean, you got good minutes from so many players. Malik, 10 points off the bench.
Well, now he's starting to be more confident, and now you're starting to see why we were so excited when we were recruiting the kid. He's a magician with the basketball. Now he's getting more confident and running the plays, knowing exactly what we want to do and where the ball needs to be. And there's another freshman right there, and Lamontre Harris came in and gave us a big-time 3 off the bench.
Talk about the first half. You're down by 3 points, but Sean, you challenged your guys at the half. Last shot of the first half, which was huge.
Well, that gave us momentum. We got a chance to make the last shot going into the half. Now, so we're not playing the way we normally play. We got to play winning basketball. Stop waiting on them to do something before we start. We got to really punch them in the mouth first. And right at the beginning of the game, second half, there's Brent getting a steal, just taking it out of the guy's hands and finishing at the rim for an and one.
Great transition offense.
Well, we're good at that, and we got to continue to create more off of our defense. There's another offensive rebound right there, just tough grown man rebound and finished by Anthony Alici.
First double-double of the season for Anthony, and maybe his most complete game as an Eagle.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's been playing well. He's just got to stay out of foul trouble, and he did a good job of staying out of foul trouble this game, and that's what you got.
Between Anthony and Xavier, they really carried your offense.
Well, they did. Corbin's a little banged up right now, but there's another big-time rebound from Anthony Alici, just putting it in like a man.
The thing about Anthony, and I talked to Anthony about this over the summer, is he has the physical ability to dominate an OVC game.
Exactly. He just got to believe it and do it every single night. I told him, I said, do you really want to be the best big man in the OVC? He said, yeah, Coach. I said, well, continue to do what you do, but you got to stop giving us these crazy fouls to put you on the bench. Per minute, you are better than anybody on our team or one of the best in the country. There's another steal by Ronnie Beeman, finishing at the rim.
One of the biggest plays of the game. Ronnie really gave you some good minutes.
I'll tell you what, he's been giving us a big spark off the bench lately. He's starting to come into his zone a little bit too. Him and Malik and Lamontre were struggling early, but now he's starting to really get it, what we're trying to do, and play with more confidence, and it's really helping us. There's Lionel Gaines again with a big-time open jump shot. He's starting to feel good about himself, and I've been on him a lot here lately, and it's about time for him to start producing. I thought he did a great job the other night. There's another play we ran for Moon, and he's like Vinny the Microwave Johnson. He's our Vinny Microwave.
Well, when he heats up, he's something special.
No doubt about it. Mid-range, long range, it doesn't matter. There's Corbin Collins' shot clock going down, and he made a big-time shot. We needed that one. That was huge.
Sean, when Corbin hit that, it really broke their backs.
Well, no doubt about it, because we were getting anything we wanted. But we were missing sometimes when a guy was open, but we made open shots and we made tough shots. And here's another one, big time rebound, and Lionel Gaines getting a tip in. That's our motto. We got to out-tough people every single night, and that's what we try to do. And I thought we did a good job of that against a tough, rugged Tennessee Tech team. There's a throwback off a dribble drive series, and Moon making another 3.
Sean, the extra pass.
Well, we've been good at that too. That's what makes our team so good, is the unselfish play. We just got to stop hurting ourselves, making free throws down the stretch, and we did it this game. We did make free throws down the stretch, which was huge.
Great effort play here from Lionel.
Oh, no doubt. Just coming and getting a tip dunk. That's what we've been wanting to see. There's no doubt that the kid can do it. He just got to do it, and I thought he did that, and hopefully we can continue to get that type of production out of him for the rest of the way. There's another tip in. That was the big play right there of the game, and that was the toughness play, and that really put the game away right there. That just showed Tennessee Tech, hey, there's nothing we can do with these guys. These guys are too tough for us tonight.
End of the game. You make the plays down the stretch that you have to. Anthony stayed with it, Sean.
With it, great look by Malik Maitland. Anthony got a block. He stayed with it and put it on the other side. The number one cheerleader of them all, right there. That's our biggest fan, President Dr. Andrews. And I tell you what,
There's none better, Sean.
Well, I don't. If you got a better president than I got, you cheating, because I got the best one in all of college basketball, I think.
There's no question about that. Dr. Andrews, especially in close games, where is he? He's on the floor.
Exactly, right behind the bench, giving it to the refs, making sure they call the right play and don't mess us up. And he's right there. He's doing everything but calling the plays for me.
I love it. Stay with us. Much more to come on the Sean Wood Show, including this week's Eagle Profile. That's next.
Time now for the Eagle Profile, brought to you by U.S. Bank. All of us serving you.
Welcome back to the Sean Wood Show. Here I have to my right my Director of Basketball Operations, Jonathan Maddox, and also new assistant coach by way of Missouri State, Derek Tillman. And Derek's the new kid on the block, but you know, he's been a great addition thus far. Derek brings a lot to the table for us as far as recruiting and also working with our big guys. And I've seen in just a short time how good our guys have gotten from a post-play standpoint since he's been here. But first, hitting with Jonathan Maddox. Jonathan, you've moved up to another position. You know, you was a graduate assistant for the last 2 years. What has been the change in your role, and how have you accepted it, and what you think about, you know, your future, and as far as being with Sean Woods, and also your future on and beyond Morehead State University?
Yeah, as far as my role's increased a good bit. You know, I'm doing similar stuff to what I did the last 2 years, but just more responsibility, more accountability. You know, just trying to make sure everything's squared away with travel, with planning, with logistics, with anything that may come up on your schedule, all that sort of stuff. You know, I tell people my job is to make your job easy and make the assistant's job easy, and kind of do whatever I can around the office, you know, for you, for the assistants. I'm kind of the glue guy, just try to hold everything together. So it's been a great, you know, year as far as the promotion and everything, and me taking another step up. I'm continuing to learn a lot. I'm still involved with the basketball side as much as I can be, which is good. So you know, and that's I just want to be a sponge and continue to learn as much as possible.
Well, you are, and Jonathan's one of the, you know, up-and-coming young guys in this business, and I'm fortunate to have him. But he is making my life and our assistant's life a lot easier, and I don't know what I'd do without him this stage in my career, especially here at Morehead State. So he's a great addition. He's a major up-and-coming young coach in this profession, and hopefully I can keep him as long as I possibly can. And here with Derek Tillman, first year here at Morehead State with us. Great addition. Derek, tell the people out there how your experience, what your experience has been your first few months here with me and at Morehead State University.
I've been very excited. The community has accepted us, my family, my kids, my wife. Just being around the program, the first thing I noticed, the culture you created here. The guys really compete and play hard. And I like the intensity. I bring a lot of energy.
No doubt about it.
And so I really like it. And the guys are, you know, I see the guys growing, and they're continuing to grow. And you're just having fun and enjoying every day.
What has been the difference that you've liked? You know, you've been at several stops. You've been at Kentucky Wesleyan. You've been at Southern Indiana. You've been at Missouri State. What is it about Morehead State that's different, that gives you that sense of motivation to come to work every day?
I think it's very simple. I think it's the people. I think it's the people around Morehead. I think it's the program. I think it's you. It starts with you at the top, all the assistants and all the players. I think it's very simple. The basketball part is easy. I think the most important part is just being around good people.
Well, as you see, I got two guys that I'm very fortunate to have, and they've been a great addition to my program and to me and our success here at Morehead State, and hopefully they can continue. And I hope I can keep these guys around as long as possible, because they are great guys and a great addition to the success here at Morehead State men's basketball. And we'll be back with more of the Sean Wood Show right after this.
Welcome back into the Sean Wood Show here on this Sunday afternoon. And Sean, you've talked repeatedly. The message is consistent. Stay the course. Stay the course. That's what you want to do.
No doubt about it. Being consistent with discipline, David, on both ends of the court and at the free throw line. You know, if we continue to play, we play tough enough, we play hard enough. Now we got to continue to play smart enough with discipline. If we do that, we're tough out.
The talent from top to bottom on this roster, you have what you need to win the OVC. That's the beauty of it.
Yeah, well, you know, we're starting to get some knick-knack injuries. I'm trying to put a stop on that a little bit because that can catch you a little bit. You know, Corbin's a little banged up a little bit with the groin. Miguel's still out, you know, so you know, we're getting a little thin at the guard spot. But
and, Sean, those are two absolutely key players for you.
Oh, no doubt about it. 2 of your starters, you know. So thank God that Rodney Beeman's coming along, Malik Maitland's coming along. We got to get some consistency out of Lamontre Harris, and then also we got to get some consistency from a big game the other night with Lionel Gaines.
Your guard play. You knew coming into the season that the guard play was going to be the key to this basketball team. Guard play has been outstanding.
Well, it has been. You know, it's what's carried us. Now that Anthony Leach's playing the way he's playing, Rico Marrero is playing. He had a tough one the other night, but for the most part, he's been a double-double every single night. So now everybody else, when your number is called, you got to be ready, especially down the stretch. You know, that's when you get good, when everybody is in sync and is ready to answer the bell when their number's called.
Stay with us. We'll be back to wrap things up on this Blizzard edition of the Sean Wood Show.
Corbin goes down, Malik comes in. Brent goes down, Ronnie comes in. Rico don't have a game, you came in and played, baby. You understand what I'm saying? Does everybody got it?
Yes, sir.
Just do your part, man. With reckless abandonment, but think. Play real hard, but think what?
Slow.
Everybody up, let's go. Tomorrow's gonna be an easy day. Tomorrow's a mental day. Getting them shots. You got that?
Hey, a quick turnaround, coach. We're playing noon. You start preparing for a new Saturday game tonight.
Go home after we get done eating. Carry your butts home, all right? Everybody's curfew now. Does everybody understand that? Yes, curfew's now. Love and family. 1, 2, 3.
Love and family.
1, 2, 3.
Hard work.
1, 2, 3.
No excuses.
1, 2, 3.
Finish.
These two.
Obviously champs.
There's no school tomorrow. It's a rest night and rest tomorrow.
Welcome back into the Sean Wood Show on the CW Lexington. And Sean, fantastic win the other night against Tennessee Tech. Now you face a very good Austin Peay team on Wednesday. They're coming in, they're hungry. You need to take care of the home court.
No doubt about it. You know, and hopefully we're winning this game right now as we speak against Jacksonville State, and then the last homestand of this 3-game home streak against Austin Peay. Hopefully, you know, the plan is to take care of that also.
What does Austin Peay do that concerns you?
Well, I haven't watched them much as of yet, but you know, he's old wily veteran, you know what I mean? So he's always got a bag of tricks up his sleeve, and you got to be ready for it.
The thing about this basketball team, you have enough talent, as we talked about earlier, to win the conference. When you guys are at your best, man, you are a tough out.
Well, we are, and we know that, you know, but when you still have 7 new guys that haven't played, and, you know, you're going to have some inconsistency. You're going to have some peaks and valleys. And our thing was with our depth, injuries wouldn't hurt us as much, and you saw the other night it didn't. You know, some guys stepped up, but we still need Corbin Collins and Miguel DeCent to finish this thing out the right way.
Thank you so much for watching this week on the Sean Wood Show, and on behalf of the Eagle basketball coach, I'm David Patrick, and we invite you back next week, Sunday afternoon, on the CW Lexington for the Sean Wood Show. Have a good weekend.
The Sean Wood Show has been brought to you by Jack Rowe Insurance, serving all your insurance needs. The Citizens Bank, Moorhead's only locally owned bank. Richard White Wood Products, a premier exporter of Kentucky hardwoods. Lakeside Christian Academy in Moorhead, educating for eternity. Visit us online at lakesidechristianacademy.org. Standifer Builders, commercial and residential paving in West Liberty. Larry Fannin Chevrolet Buick GMC. U.S. Bank, all of us serving you. The Ira Kilburn Law Office. Commercial Bank of West Liberty, a source of strength in our community for more than 100 years. Northcutt & Son Home for Funerals, serving others as we would like to be served since 1976. And J.W. Wood and Quality Staves in Wallingford, proud to be part of Eagle Nation.